How do breakups differ for men versus women? Why do guys flirt when they don't want anything more? And what if you did the exclusive conversation all wrong? Welcome to Ask Mark. It's week number 69 and it's great to have you here. Today we got some really good questions. I'm here in beautiful Manila, as you probably saw. We've got security all around us. It's a lovely place we've got here. Met some YouTubers here and it's brilliant to be here. Hey, don't forget to join the Facebook group if you haven't already and check out the Academy as well. Plus, you have to hit the big red subscribe button right now with the little bell if you have not already. Let's answer some questions. A brilliant one from Rotem to kick us off. And Rotem says, if it'll load, "Hey Mark, thanks a lot for all your videos. So you talked about the breakup process men are usually going through. Is the grieving process that men are going through so different than it is for women? If it is, what is it like?" Rotem. Now, there's going to be a couple of generalizations in this video because the reality is, yes, men usually do break up differently to women, but not all the time. So there's always going to be exceptions to what I'm about to say next. But here's the general guideline. Men will often break up because they're feeling a lack of freedom. Women will often break up because they're feeling a lack of love. The difference between freedom and love is that freedom can come very quickly. Love takes a long time. Thus, when a man breaks up, more often than not, he gets an immediate sense of freedom and thus a short-term high. When a woman breaks up, particularly because of what I'm about to talk in a second, she often feels the loss of love, the mourning of love, and it takes a long time for that to come back. Thus, he's more likely in many cases to enter a high, and she's more likely to enter a low. Again, generalizing, but this is how it works a lot of the time. Here's the other key thing. Men are very poor at delving into their emotions. They don't like those emotional depths, they're not comfortable with them, thus, they tend to avoid them. This is why in a previous breakup of mine, I said to myself, this is gonna suck, Mark. Make sure you break up like a girl. And when I say that, what I mean is make sure that you sink into those emotions, make sure that you process them, make sure that you cry for as long as you need to, make sure that you eat ice cream or whatever you need to do. Because there's a meme that you've almost certainly seen that sums up this process very well. Day after a breakup, there it is. A little bit after a breakup, a month, and then 6 months after a breakup. This is a pretty classic explanation of the way men versus women break up. Because women feel that immediate mourning, loss of love, and then they actually realize the freedom, they go on a massive high afterwards. They also quickly replace that love with other sources, other quality sources, usually female companions around them. Men, on the other hand, they get an immediate sense of freedom, and for the love, rather than delving into the depths of the pain with their friends, they tend to cover it with more superficial means. So this is basically the way men and women break up differently. I personally think the way women generally break up is a lot smarter, it's a lot more emotionally intelligent. It does hurt more in the short term, and it's important not to numb that with drugs, with smoking, with even other men, whatever. It's important to just kind of process those emotions, know they're going to feel shit and let them wash over you. Really good question, really good question. Fellas, if you're watching, break up like a girl. And the last, oh no, there's two more questions here today. The next one's by Fascinating. Fascinating says, why does he flirt and not try to date me, Mark? I think this is why girls get confused if a guy's flirting because there is no follow through, or even if he has been flirting with you for over a year. Why do guys flirt and not follow through? What is going on here? Well, there's a few possibilities, but the simple thing is there's a lot of guys, a lot of people that just enjoy flirting. Not everyone who flirts is necessarily interested in dating you. There'll be people you flirt with all the time. You know, there's people that I have no romantic interest with, but we have flirty interactions. You can flirt with people of the same gender. You can flirt with old men, you can flirt with younger children, you can flirt with old women, you can flirt with whoever. Flirting can mean different things to different people. Overall, it's a playful energy that you're going to express with a lot of different people. Yes, you're going to express it most intensely with someone you're romantically attracted to. But particularly for men, that doesn't necessarily mean they're interested. Some guys are shy in these examples and they're actually really interested in you. Others are just waiting to see your response. Others have partners. There's all different reasons that can underlie this. But understand that men can just flirt for the sake of flirting, just for the enjoyment simply of the process. And this can be confusing. So if you're struggling with this, if you're finding this is happening, give the guy a forward signal. Hey, would you like to do something outside of work? Or hey, you should ask me out. And if it doesn't come through a blatantly obvious green light, then you know he's just having fun flirting. You can move on to the next guy. Easy done. Next one is an unusual question. It's from Lady Snow, who says, okay, so I easily get nervous, just me, not my man's fault. I don't seem like the shy, nervous type, but I am. My man knows this as well. A couple of weeks ago, I got nervous and I told him it was over, but I didn't really mean it. I was nervous. He then responded, we are married. Okay, I know we didn't get married, and after I told him that, he then was like, I don't know how you don't remember. When I know I didn't. That's not a thing you forget. You know, he knows I don't believe in divorce no matter what. I might as well add that shortly after this, I met his father. What is he saying with this? What? Well, that's Ask Mark for the week. Thank you for having me today on your YouTube screens. Hey, I want to see you in the Facebook group. Make sure you join it. The link's in the description, as it is to the Academy as well. Make sure you hit that big red subscribe button with the little bell and the like button, as you always do. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you in the next video very soon.